people are the only people that send their brightest and their best to white colleges and white people. We talk about the football players and the black basketball players for dating white women, where you sent them to white colleges and made them be around all white people anyway. The problem is that most black people want to be white in the first place and won't admit it. They don't want to stay around black people when they get their money. They don't want to go to HBCUs. I don't think HBCUs should be a choice. I think that should be the only option that you have.
Yes, when I get my money, I may try to stick around in the old neighborhood because I grew up in the hood, but you couldn't tell when you went into our house, right?
Yeah.
It was the upkeep. We didn't live in no brick home, no $1 million. I didn't live in that. All I got to do is go across the street, up the street, and it's clear as day to my neighborhood. But it was how we kept up things. But I can't force you to keep up how you going to do things. What you do on your land ultimately brings down the property value if you don't keep it up to the rest of ours, right?
Yeah.
So when I do get my money, I will move around. Don't mean I did not. And that's the only pushback I got with David. It ain't like I just want to run away to be with white folks, right? Because if I can go live in a good middle class black neighborhood where we all have the same morals, I'm totally fine with that. I get where he was going. He was trying to say a lot in a short time, so it came across so many layers all in one breath. So I get what he was saying, but at the same time, I don't think a lot of times it's us giving up on our community. It's us getting better opportunities, because even think about our kids. I say it all the time. When you look at the situation like what I grew up, the way I grew up, and the neighborhood I grew up in, my son would never know what that's like, right? My son would never understand simple what it means, because what we have done generation after generation is continue to lay a foundation so the next generation can build off of that and just keep building, where we won't have those excuses where you have generations after generations of people that can't get out the hood, because for me, it's no excuse. But I will credit the HBCU for giving me, my mom, and my family the opportunity to get an education. But it ain't like it was the only thing. I could have went anywhere, but I chose that for my own personal field, because that's what I wanted to be, and that's what I was raised up around. So I am thankful for the HBCU. And just like Southern University, David Banner, just like myself, is a Southern University alum. Lavelle Crump was also the SGA president at Southern University. So he totally understands, being a Mississippi guy coming to Southern, that they say, hey, we prepare you for the world. And Southern did something that is unique in the state of Louisiana that many black colleges could have done. Southern built the black middle class in Louisiana, because poverty was a thing here. Opportunity was limited, but being able to go to college and get an opportunity and to get a degree, you were able to then put yourself out there and be able to be in this ever-growing and evolving world of competition. Because I tell you, just look from the fall and the spring. Think about just from 3 colleges, how many people are graduating. Now look across the country of how many people graduating, and the fact that we can get out there and compete. So I'm thankful for that. And I get what he was saying. He said a lot into a little and tried to pack it in. And I get exactly what he's saying. It was fair. It had some sense of foulness to it. But I get exactly where he's going.